HomeFeaturesSimStar Wars, Squadrons image credit, EA, hot damn, do I love a wing. Until Star Wars, Squadrons, the speed demon of the rebellion was never my favorite ship. Years of my life spent playing Rogue Squadron made me an X-Wing diehard, and even when I first played Squadrons on a controller, I didn't appreciate the joy of piloting what's basically an aluminum foil cockpit attached to an oversized engine. But when I hooked up the HOTAS, the A-Wing made me forget how much Rise of Skywalker had drained my enthusiasm for all things Star Wars. Need to know what is it? Space dogfighting action. Expect to pay £35 per $40 developer EA MotivePublisher EAReviewed on GTX 1080, Intel i7-7700K, 16GB RAMMultiplayer YesOut October 1st link official site Star Wars. Squadrons succeeds where it's most important. It's a thrill to pilot these ships a hair's breadth above the surface of a Star Destroyer and through stunning nebulae and war wreckage more vivid than I could have possibly imagined playing TIE Fighter in the late 1990s. The campaign, which took me about 10 hours to complete on the default difficulty, never really surprises, but it does manage to accomplish something noteworthy. This feels like being in Star Wars in a way no game has in a long, long time. The flying in Star Wars, Squadrons is exactly what I hoped for. It's a flight model far simpler than an Elite Dangerous or Microsoft Flight Simulator, but there's enough nuance to let skilled pilots excel. The driving mechanic for both factions' 4 ships is power management, and over the course of the campaign I started to get a feel for exactly when to cut the throttle to make a tight turn, when to flick all my power to weapons to lay on the damage, and how to survive by focusing my shields to the rear to take a few more hits from an enemy on my tail. The campaign teaches you most of these advanced moves slowly as a primer for multiplayer, which EA hopes you'll keep coming back for. Because multiplayer was only available to reviewers for a total of 4 hours before launch on Wednesday, I'm going to focus on the campaign for now, and play more multiplayer before putting a score on Star Wars, Squadrons. I'm also going to play in VR, which I haven't tested yet. But the campaign deserves the attention, because it's more fun, and more interesting, than just being a tutorial for multiplayer. One mission early in the campaign had me attacking a Star Destroyer as Vanguard Squadron, but instead of destroying it as I would in multiplayer, I was trying to capture it instead. I had to take down its defenses, puncture a hole in the hull near the bridge, and then defend it from other Imperial ships while a commando squad took control of the ship. In another, I escorted some weaker ships as bait to lure the Empire into a trap. Keeping your capital ships alive is forgiving on the standard difficulty, so escort missions are, miraculously, actually fun.